Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Infinity. Well, last episode we were down in this little room which has been tidied up a bit, and we're going to be down here again this episode. The last episode we made this. This is the ore washing plant, which I think is struggling a bit. It is struggling quite a bit for electricity. I think it's not happy because I've put the overclocker in it, is it? I can't quite work it out. Anyway, we put this in because having it allows you to get this stuff. This is tiny piles of dusts. Why are tiny piles of dust useful? Well, you can use these tiny piles of dust if you put them in a grid. You get an extra dust, effectively an extra ingot of the thing what you want. So that's very useful. I mean, we've already got one extra piece of copper there, we've got an extra couple of pieces of tin, and we've got several pieces of sulphur, which is not the easiest thing to get hold of. Now, the only thing is that you need to actually make this stuff. Now, there is a machine which will do this incredibly efficiently and incredibly well. It is called the compressor. The compressor I could just slot in the middle there. It is just here. As you can see, all it is an electronic circuit based on machine frame and some stone. It is a very cheap, very easy, very quick way of doing things. That is exactly why I am not going to do it. I'm going to do it an awkward way. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to make the stuff by crafting it into a grid. Now, there is a machine, if you like, which can do that. It is called the auto-workbench. It is from Baildcraft Factory. They're quite cheap to make, actually. It's just a crafting table surrounded by wooden gears. So all that you need is tons and tons of wood to make one. Now, my wood should be in my hand, actually. Let us quickly locate where I have got some extra, though. That's probably enough. So let's just make up a few sticks. Sticks can be made into many, many gears. I need more sticks than that. I've just turned all my wood into sticks. This is a tragedy. Okay, no problem at all. So we've got 16 wooden gears. That's enough, probably for now, actually. All that we need then is a bit of wood. Yeah. Right, okay, let's go and search out some wood. It's not night time, that is good. Dash up here. How are we doing in here for wood, actually? Answer, not amazingly. We're going to soon have to switch that thing on again. Run back indoors, because there are monsters out. There are always monsters out. Get me up a stack of wood. That can sit in there and be a supply, and I basically want 4 crafting benches. 4 crafting benches, when combined with these here sticks, are going to make me my automatic workbenches. Achievement, get a lot of crafting indeed. I've made up extra servos, I've got extra filters as well for putting things into and out of these. I also have not that many item ducts. I thought I had more item ducts. I have them in random places. Oh, sure, I had. Well, that's probably enough. We have a bare wall on this back corner. Bare wall needs filling. What I'm going to do, effectively, is run item ducts around under here. I'm going to run them underneath the floor. That means that chest is a little bit in the way now, but we're just going to have to live with that. It's going to run down here too deep. Getting in the way of that, probably. That will just have to come up for now. That's no big problem. And this is going to run 1 extra deep, just to make sure it doesn't connect with everything. I bet I'm stuck now, aren't I? I am as stuck as a stuck thing. Right, out of there. And I'm just going to drop this down into here. I'm not going to have enough, am I? Nope, not enough. Not enough at all. Now I want this to connect not into that, so I'm going to actually have to run it over here, aren't I? That chest will eventually be moved, but not just at the minute. I really ought to check what's up with my windmill, but not just at the minute. Okay, I need lead and tin to make me... That is silver. I do keep mistaking silver and tin. 10 pieces of tin. Into a workbench. 1, 2, 3. 30 more item ducts. That's all I need. So we now have a route which ignores that and comes all the way around here and up here. What I've decided to build is a wall of auto workbenches, because I thought it would look cool, basically, and I have no better reason, and I have no need for a better reason than that. Right, there we go. We have a wall of auto workbenches. So what's the idea? So let us take this copper as an example, which is probably the worst thing to take because it's actually tin that's coming through at the minute, so we're going to do tin. Tin. If I tell this to what I want it to make in the crafting grid, it will show me what it can make. If I put another line in it, it will automatically, and without power, start to actually make it. It will slowly craft that up into a tin dust, which will sit in the output there. So what I have to do, all I have to do, set all these to ignored. You can see we now have a tin sitting in the output slot. If I set this to ignored, it will pull out. The only big problem is it doesn't know what to do with tin dust, it only knows what to do with purified tin. So this will be like another whole set of lines in this, but hey-ho. Right, so tin dust. It doesn't have a clue what to do with tin at all, does it? Interesting. You should be sending your purified tin in there as well. Purified tin goes that way. Please. Yeah, and just go in there, because I don't care. So what will happen now is whenever a tin dust comes out, it will go into here, because there is a servo on the back telling it to go into there. Now, how to get stuff in? Obviously, I need a filter. I only need El Cheapo filters because it only needs to filter in one thing. The only thing which I need to come in this way are these tiny piles of tin dust. So because this is closer to the output than that is, because of that dense item thing, any small piles of tin dust will go into here. Now, what... I have used these all up, haven't I? What will happen is these will come in, and what they will do, they have actually already started. What these things very cleverly do is they automatically spread out. So things are just going to come into here as they come. You can see something just came in here. As soon as you get enough, it will craft up a tin dust, it will go into there, and it will feed back in to the electric furnace. That is basically all there is to it. I just have to get all my tins of sulfur and my copper and tell it what to do with these. So sulfur is going to be crafted up into sulfur dust. Now sulfur dust doesn't know where to go. For the minute it's going to go into there, which is fine. So just servo, 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 whitelist, whitelist, whitelist. The only thing which wants to go into here is sulfur. The only thing which wants to go into here is copper. And this is how you make copper dust. Now these are the only things which I actually have at the minute. When it comes to it, I'm going to put up an extra row of these things here for things like gold, silver, whatever else. I don't know, what was that one? That was tin. Iron! Yeah, you get the idea. There will be another row of those going in there, doing exactly the same thing. Let's just pop all of these into here. So what this effectively becomes here, this chest, is a dump chest for all the things which don't know where to go. I haven't told it apparently what to do with tin dust, for example. Those came through before last time. Don't you know to take tin dust up? No, you don't, do you? Tin dust goes that way, please. Then I can just come up here and drop things into here and they will sort. Ultimately there's going to be a sorting system running along here. But for the minute we have ingots going this way and other things going that way. So glass and sulfur are going to go down here as well. Glass and sulfur and stone. Now, what I would really quite like... You know what, I'm going to actually have things going up the walls because I can. I'm going to take some barrels now, some better barrels from Jabba. We know these, we love these, I love these. The reason I love these is because they can only store one thing at once, and the one thing which I want to be stored in these, this will look way better if it was all 4, so that will have to change. I want stone dust. Stone dust should go into there. You know what else? Glass. Glass should go into there. Right, these are now not in the best place, because really I would like a wall of the sort of extra stuff to be there. And I would like my overflow chest to be there, I think. Right, time for a quick remodelling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig all these out. Pop, pop and pop you out. And pop you out with the wrong tool. There we go. You can also both now come out. Right, remodelling time. My cunning plan is to have basically dig this back wall out. I am going to have Jabba barrels. Said Jabba barrels are going to sit along this back wall. I'm going to want 4 of them. Just because. There were more in here, weren't there? There were not more. I'm out of Jabba barrels, never mind. In the future there will be 4 of those. Stone is going to go into that one. Sulfur is going to go into that one. And for the sake of argument, glass is going to go into the top one. Okay, we still need our overflow chest, which is still going to be on our dense item ducts, but that is actually going to sit here. There is another better barrel. I thought I must have an extra one. And the chest is going to go onto there. That is for everything overflowed. Obviously only these things can go into here. So let us just pop an extra better barrel on here. Isn't that beautiful? And I don't know what's going to go into there actually. I think it's going to be smooth stone for now at least, just to have something in there. Because I can run smooth stone out through here. And I really ought to tell my dump chest that if you ever see cobble in this line, I think this will be how I run it. If you ever see cobble in this line, this also wants to go into that chest. See how it's going to work? Right, we don't actually seem to have any excess. Well, the sulphur's going through there. Copper won't be doing yet. That's why we're not getting copper dust. So basically, all that I have to do now is wait for things to end up in the dump chest and say to them, yo, you want to be going that way, or yo, you want to be going that way. Fill in the blanks, basically. There we go, and we now have a pretty good automated room. Obviously, it will just need tidying up. This will need looping over the top better. It'll probably come and sit here. Any excesses, I can put another row of these Jabba barrels for extra things in here. And as things get coming out of my quarry, I'm just going to make extra ones of these to go in here. This will all be done off camera because you have seen enough of this and it's time we started doing other things. So that will be it for this episode, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed, and I do hope to see you once again next time for something different to this. Thank you, and goodbye.